Was she good? Ooh, I like the hair to like do that little thing. Have a little moment. Have a little moment. Let's find ourselves on the Facebooks, as we do.
I don't know why this hair is making me feel like Megara from Hercules.
Because she never done that before.
The same color.
But no, it's cute. No, seriously, you look really soft today. I'm like.
I always look soft. Like your dick when Paul fucks you.
You wish, you jealous cunt. Hi, Spoil NYC.
Paul,
He's not on yet. He can't be offended. Hi, Spoil NYC. This is Bella Noche again for another Cocktails and Contours. I am here with my lovely special guest this week, my little drag sister, Ramona Mirage.
Hi, everyone.
This has been like a long time coming. We've been waiting to do this for a hot second, and now it's the right time because she's leaving New York.
I had to run from her.
You cannot escape me. I'm like herpes. You just cannot escape me. So I'm going to pull this up because we should be following along with you guys so that when you guys have questions and things like that, what is your phone doing? Your grinder is not allowed right now.
I'm sharing so more people can join us.
Oh, look at that. Why is the video acting all stupid? Oh, but anyway. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I am super excited to be here because I have some very, very exciting news that I'm going to share towards the end of the broadcast, and it has to do with Cocktails and Contours. So fucking excited about it. But however, like all other things, sent, good, we are ready to go. This live stream thing is a lot more like, y'all see these like cute videos on YouTube of like drag queens and stuff like that. They have all this editing and fun and shit like that. We do it live, we do it hardcore, we just have to roll with the punches as they rollin'. I've had times where the light goes out, I've had times where the sound goes out, I've had times where bitches aren't even paying attention to what I'm saying, but it's okay, because we have fun, So thank you for joining us, but we always start with a cocktail. And this week I made something very special for my little sister, because she's usually a tequila person, but I wanted to, you know, broaden her horizons a bit, if you will. So I made my special Mermaid Punch, my Mermaid Rum Punch, a little spice of the tropics. It's cold, that's why she's rocking the fur. But it is a special concoction of Bacardi, shout out to Bacardi, a splash of Midori, limeade, and a little secret ingredient that I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to let her get fucked up on it. So, cheers. Thank you so much for joining me.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course. I hope that you, too, if you don't have a brightly colored cocktail, you should definitely grab a cocktail, because why the hell not? It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Cheers. Cheers, New York City. Look, it's Spoiled NYC Green. That's what name it. I should name it like the Spoiled NYC Rum Punch.
That's good.
Isn't it, though?
Yes.
See, she loves the cocktails. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. We're just going to talk a little bit about her, about ourselves. This past week was the RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 premiere, and we have some feelings.
Yes.
We have some feelings about that.
We have feelings.
We have feelings. So we would love if you shared your feelings as well. But first off, I am so psyched that you're finally here, because we've been talking about this for a while, and either one's busy or I have someone else and something like that. And it took her leaving the goddamn state for this to happen. But I'm happy that it did. I'm so glad you're here. So, just starting a little bit, I want you to talk and educate them on your drag journey so far. When was the first time you've done drag? What's been your drag journey so far? Because, not for nothing, I'm so proud of her face tonight. She did that all by herself, minimal help, and you look great. You look great. No, cheers to you, bitch. Cheers to you, bitch. She not surprised no more, Madison.
So, I started maybe about 2 years ago or so, but, you know, not consistently, because, you know, I've been in grad school and I've been busy working, living
She a working girl.
So I really didn't get aggressively into it until, what, like 9 months ago? A year ago, maybe?
I guess.
Yeah.
We met about like a year and a half ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started maybe, the first time I ever did it was maybe 2 or 3 years ago at Tina Burner's Star Search, and I, surprise, I got plastered. My dress fell around my ankles, it ripped, I almost tripped over it. It was a complete disaster. Luckily, Tina was the sweetest thing and was like, "No, honey, you were fine." I was not. She was sweet though.
It takes a bitch who knows it'll be like, "Nope, I fucked that up. Sorry."
So I took a little hiatus, and now I'm getting back into it, and I'm really going full force, and I'm excited now that I'm going to Boston to really dive into it.
Yeah, so Ramona has been mostly like a Long Island / New York City queen. I need to have more Long Island queens on the show, but
Yeah.
shout out if you're watching from Long Island. I had Annie Maildew on the show a couple weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, and the Long Island City Drag is coming up so much, and I feel like you've gotten a lot of exposure out in Long Island too.
Oh yeah,
doing
totally.
stuff.
Yeah.
Aren't you doing something very soon out in Long Island? Belmore, I don't know.
Oh, I'm pretty. I'm not smart.
And I'm the prettier one, so you can only imagine.
I am actually doing a competition tomorrow. Shout out
Someone
to
is mad on this.
Pride for
You
Youth.
seem
That's
angry.
Kevin. Are you surprised?
Oh, is it? She's just mad that we're so goddamn pretty.
So it's at Pride for Youth, and it's in Belmore. It's right off the Belmore train station. So anyone who is 17 to 30, LGBTQ, or an ally can come out, and they'll give up to $14 in transportation.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
Come
it's
on,
great.
sponsorship.
So come out, support.
We don't get that shit. The MTA keeps rolling up the fucking the Metro cards. I'm up to here. I remember when Metro card, like a ride Metro card. I remember when it was 75 cents. I'm dating myself a little bit. I was younger, but I was still taking the train. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I know you don't remember that. You don't even live here. She doesn't go here. But so what is your take on Long Island drag versus New York drag? Since you've done both.
Right. So I think that New York drag is, there are a lot more girls, so it's much more competitive. The Long Island drag scene has not been around much.
I'm living for these angry faces popping. Kevin, if that's you, I love you.
So it's coming back. Thanks to shout out to Annie Maildew and Sin.
Who was the one I had on my Cocktails and Contours. Go in the archives and look at me and Annie Maildew's video. It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's a great girl. Sin, and of course JD London, who does, what's the name of her company? Pride Events.
Pride Events, yes.
So the three of them have really been, I think, pioneers of the Long Island scene.
Oh, 100%.
Because other than that, you know, before they really started getting into things, I think the last couple of months, it was kind of quiet for a while. A lot of the gay bars have been shutting down, but they've been really able to integrate us into more mainstream bars, which is incredible, and I think the people live for it.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome generally, especially in this political climate, to really bring everyone together.
100%. Speaking not only Long Island, but New York City, there's a lot more venues that aren't necessarily queer spaces that are giving drag, all types of drag, a platform to do things, which I think is amazing, because I love performing for audiences that aren't used to watching drag, because they're so, like, they don't know what to do with themselves, and they have, like, two stupid bitches like us come out and do the stuff that we do on stage, and like, wait, what did I just watch? But I guess I should give it $1. So, but it's been cool. It's been so amazing watching your come up. So my story with Ramona is the first time that I ever really saw you perform was Pride 2 years ago. I was hosting a Pride party with Gina Tonic up at the West End, and I booked a couple girls, and like we just had fun. We had a kiki, but I saw this one, and she was very new. Like, you can tell that she was still learning the ropes and stuff like that. But she did a rendition of "I Am Changing," complete with like a gown reveal, and I was just like, okay, fine. You can stay. You can sit with us. Only for today, though. So it's been awesome seeing you come up. So what was your pull to go to Boston? Because like Boston and New York have this kind of rivalry, and now I have like one more reason to like not really like Boston. It's cute. Don't get me wrong. Boston is cute. It's not New York City. But what was your pull to Boston, if you may share?
Yeah. So it's twofold. One is I work as a psychotherapist. Outside of all this.
She's crazy.
Fucking crazy. Anyone who works in psych is crazy. So it's hard to find work this early in my career in this field. I'm right out of grad school, so that was one of it. And the other, I think, bigger thing is I live at home. I'm trying to get out there and drag more and really make a name for myself. And the typical story, I live with parents who are very religious, and they're supportive, but like...
The religious parents are the kicker.
They don't understand drag, we'll put it that way. So they're fine with the gay part, but not with the drag part. So how else am I going to do it other than getting out? And New York City's fucking expensive, girl. I mean, you pay like $3,000 a month to live in a shoebox, and I'm not about that.
My roommate's walking by, just gave us the finger. But
true.
it's true.
Or
it's
with like
true.
7 roommates.
At least we pay that because we have a washer and dryer in our apartment.
Right. So I can get it much cheaper somewhere else.
Cash me outside. How about that? Yeah, I would imagine. Like, I think most places outside of New York City, probably with the exception of like San Francisco and
LA.
I think LA is kind of comparable. Like, if anyone's watching from LA, like, if they know if it's comparable living in LA and New York, but I know San Francisco is definitely, like, one of the most expensive places in the country to live.
Oh, yeah.
But New York's up there. Like, try getting an apartment in Midtown for less than $2,500 a month. And that's like a studio. Everyone in New York City knows the struggle, so...
So one of my main concerns was that it'll take me about 3 years to really get... I'm not going to bore you with the details, but, like, get my license.
Too late.
And I talk a lot. And I don't want to devote 3 years to a city when the rent is increasing so quickly because I'm not going to be able to afford it, girl. And especially, like, for drag queens, as we start getting out there more, doing drag, unless you're really doing it full time, which is so hard in the city, it's hard to have the income.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, shout out to all the drag queens who are, like,
Yes.
full-time queens and, like, living off being a queen. Like, hashtag goals. But right now, she has a day job, she has a freelance job, and she has a drag job. So,
shout out to this girl.
New York City makes workers. New York City, either you work and you stay, or... I don't know. Kevin said you'd be booked at the soup kitchen, so...
Someone said something before about I didn't came with a brick today.
Shout out to my friend Kevin, who's like, who's the most sarcastic and poignant bitch I've ever met in my life. Everything she says, well, maybe like 85% of what she says is brilliant. The rest is just like, well, I guess you tried, right?
I also noticed Angel Electra said hi. Hi, Angel. How are you?
Hi, Angel. I love her. She's great.
Yeah, you guys are rock bar sisters.
We are rock bar sisters.
Yes.
I love rock bars so much. Anyone in the
like
city,
your home.
That is. Rock bar is my home bar. Anyone who's never been to rock bar, you should definitely go. I'm there every Tuesday night for trivia. But Angel Electra and her partner Shady Pines is one of New York City's drag duos, and they do shows over there. I know they used to host bingo, and I think they're revamping it for something else. No, rock bar's the shit. And that was just for you. Angel and Shay, if you're watching, I love you guys. You guys are hysterical, and I can't wait to work with you again.
And going back to the Long Island and expanding drag, they've been expanding it to Westchester, which is awesome because that's, to my understanding, a very conservative area.
And speaking about Long Island, for Long Islanders, there is a show this Friday night in Bethpage at One Eye Jack's.
Yes.
Ivy Stalls and Lady LaBelle are hosting a show there at One Eye Jack's that I'm actually one of the guests of. My New York City sister, Katrina Lovelace, is actually also going to be there, who I've had on the show, checking the archives. I love geeking with that bitch. She's stupid just like the way we are, and we just get it.
I saw her perform for the first time the last time they had the One Eye Jack show.
Oh, okay.
I've known of her, but I've never seen her perform. I was on the fucking floor.
She's fantastic.
I mean, she was on the floor half the time. Up, down, the ceiling, the floor, wall to wall, everywhere, death drops, flips.
I live for that. If you're going to do a straight song, do a straight song like Katrina Lovelace. We have so many comments. Okay, so this is the part I want to go through your comments because I want you guys to know that we're, like, listening and paying attention to you guys, too, because you are the reason why this is even happening. So we're going to shout out some, like, little fun comments. Let's see. Our little fan, Johnny Rudolph. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. I got her eyes are big. Close your eyes so you can see. See? Got the memo. We did pink. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Have you seen?
I'm like the darker sister.
Finally. Have you seen the Mean Girls musical?
Yes.
You have, right? Okay.
Fabulous.
Shout out if you've seen the Mean Girls musical. I'm so jealous of everyone who's seen the Mean Girls musical. I want to see it so bad.
I swear to God, I thought that Frozen was going to be better because I saw that this last weekend.
Yes, but she's like, what?
Frozen? Oh, I
should have been a therapist.
Frozen,
I could afford Broadway musicals.
Frozen was probably like the fifth show I've seen this year. I go all the time. That's the biggest thing I'm going to miss about moving to Boston. I'm going to miss Broadway.
But they have shows out there.
But the tours are not as good as the Broadway original Broadway cast. Come on.
There's a reason why Broadway is Broadway.
But after seeing Aladdin, which I saw the second time with you,
yeah, that was fun. That was
performance, like huge money put into it. I thought Frozen would be equatable, and I was kind of let down.
Because you saw Frozen in previews, right?
No.
Is it opened officially?
Yes, it opened on Thursday, so a week today. It's been official.
When did you see it though?
Saturday, so right after.
Oh, okay. Frozen, you better step that Frozen pussy up.
Let me clarify. For a Broadway show, incredible. Hands down, incredible.
I'm still going to see it. I cannot
Broadway show.
I cannot wait to see Frozen.
I thought it could have done a lot better.
Yes.
But Mean Girls was everything and more.
I'm so excited to see Mean Girls. A few of my friends have seen Mean Girls and they're like, go see it.
I don't know if they have a lottery or something, but like y'all need to see it.
Well, that's the hard thing about getting new shows because you can rush shows that've been there for a while or shows that have gotten over the hump. I'm still waiting for Hamilton to be on Rush, but it's never going to happen.
Girl, please.
I'm going to be waiting 3 years for that.
Yeah.
But no, I really want to see Mean Girls the musical, and so it's Wednesday, so I guess we're wearing pink. So we have Leanne watching, and she says hi from Sydney, Australia.
Wow, hi Leanne.
Come on, Australia!
International.
Thanks for watching. Australia is one of the places that I really want to visit.
Oh, me too, girl.
Except like all of their wildlife is actively trying to kill you. Aside from that point, I'm sold on Australia. Like literally, you go into the water, there's great white sharks. You go into the jungle, there's like snakes and crocodiles. You're walking like into your house, there's like these giant spiders.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
I hate spiders.
It's worse than men with the Australian accent.
No, Australian men are hot, and my boyfriend Paul is gonna hate that. But sorry, I have a thing for Australian men.
I met someone when I was in England who was living in England, but was originally from Australia. So he had this weird like combination British-Australian accent. Most beautiful fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
British guys are hot too. So I know I'm a sucker for an accent. And living in New York City, we have so many people that come in and out with different accents. So if you like accents, I want you to comment what your favorite accent is on the sex that you are attracted to. So comment like whatever country, whatever accent you hear, what is your favorite, and I'll start shouting them out because I'm all about a hot accent. About it. Sin Queen is watching. If you would have joined, we were talking about.
We shouted you out before.
Oh, we did. We were talking about Long Island and stuff like that, and we were promoting stuff. So so glad you're watching. Love you. I can't wait to work with you. Let's see. So Melissa says as a shoe. So this is a very public thing. Once again, thanks for following my scene for facilitating this and believing in me and all the guests that I have. And every once in a while, I love her. She's my sister. She's like, I'm just not even going to ask if you want to come. I'm just going to refill.
I know you won't win.
So good. She's so good. Just put her in the service industry.
The two things I know you always want are cocktails and dick. Never a question.
I mean, I feel like I'm not the only one in that. Cheers to cocktails and dick. I mean...
But especially you, bro. You thirsty.
Thirsty means that you don't get it. I feel like I'm saturated. I'm not thirsty. I'm saturated.
Oh boy.
So Melissa Cologne says, like I said, haters are gonna hate. And they're happy, and that's what really matters. So hop off. That's right. Because I've been looking in the comments. There are some people that are just like, what's this? What's that? So part of being who you are, and which is why this experience is so amazing, doing so spoiled and so many queens, is it's a way to show not only New York City but the world we are a community, and we're a strong community, and we stand together. And I have over a year and a half of guests who came and showed their stuff and exhibited their own unique qualities. At all ages, I've had different gender identities, non-binary. I had my boy a cisgendered male. So it's awesome to be able to showcase how diverse New York is as a city. And not only that, but the LGBT community as a community. Right. So thank you, Melissa, for that stream of encouragement, because that's awesome. Thank you. So, I haven't Oh, and our Australian friend Leanne says that we both look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne, and thank you for watching. So, someone actually answered my accent question and said they like the accent of Appalachian Pig Latin.
Tell me that was Kevin.
You know it was. That's gonna be the next ethnicity they add onto Grindr. Appalachian.
Oh my god.
Subcategory Pig Latin. Did you ever speak Pig Latin when you were a kid?
No, and I was always confused when people said, you
Really?
know I was the stupid one.
Was?
At least I'm pretty.
No,
Out of drag.
questionable.
I said out of drag.
Questionable. I used to speak Pig Latin with my friends in elementary school all the time. So I went to a very conservative religious school, kindergarten through 8th grade. And there comes a time where you're just like, I want to say what I want to say without getting in trouble. So me and 4 of my friends actually learned Pig Latin. So we could talk to each other and say anything that we wanted without getting in trouble.
My friends
So I
love
love
sign language.
I used to be able to spell. That was it. It started with sign language, and we would spell stuff out in the middle of class, and then that got kind of obvious, so we had to switch to Pig Latin. Right.
Sorry, I'm sorry for offending anyone who uses ASL.
I was gonna say
I'm totally like that fucking interpreter.
I recently just saw a play. It's called Gods of a Lesser Image,
Okay.
and it has Joshua Jackson from Dawson's Creek. Oh, God, go away.
Okay.
Do you know the Mighty Ducks?
Yes.
The captain, Charlie.
Okay. Cute.
Thank God I have multiple references in my repertoire.
I was an awful 90s kid. I never watched 90210. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I didn't watch Degrassi until like 2009, so that wasn't even real Degrassi.
She dated, but it's okay.
I was born in 1992. I just suck.
I'm
Let's
a fucking
just
key, you're a
clarify.
con. But no, so I saw this play. It just opened on Broadway with Josh Jack, and it is about a hearing man falling in love with a deaf woman.
Okay.
And about half of the play is sign language, and it's he teaches at a deaf school, and there was a huge deaf audience there because a lot of it is sign language.
Right.
So there are subtitles above the stage so they can know what the speaking characters are saying. But unless someone on stage is translating what they're signing, you don't know what they're signing, and you just have to pick up on the cues of what's going on. And I thought it was such a cool statement for like making people who can hear realize what it's like to be a deaf person, being like, you need someone to translate for you what's going on, otherwise you have no idea, unless you can read lips.
Right.
So I just thought it was a great platform for the hearing impaired community
100%.
to have 100%. So if you have opportunity, it's actually a really good play. So shout out to Joshua Jackson. He was fabulous, and you only look like you've aged like 5 years, just 5. No, seriously, I can tell you're older, but not like that much older, and that's a feat.
I was totally upset, still am, that I missed out on the deaf hearing mix of Spring Awakening that they did, the revival.
They did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
about
cool.
that?
No, see, like I'm like a quasi Broadway queen. Like I really like Broadway. I know a lot of Broadway songs, but I don't like follow. Like I'm a Broadway queen. I'm not a playbill queen. You know? I feel like there's a difference.
But I don't really perform Broadway, so I don't really know where to categorize myself. But anyway, yeah, they did. Most of the cast was deaf, and they would sign as they were singing, and someone behind them, I think, anyone can tell me if I'm wrong, would be in black clothes, so as if they're not there, and the deaf actor or actress would be in costume, and the person behind them would sing for them, and they would sign the song, and all the choreography was around.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't last longer. I missed it, but you know my friend Jordan, she said it was incredible.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I love about performance art, like what we do, whether it's drag or Broadway or, you know, just off-Broadway or Shakespeare in the Park. New York City is such... I love me some Shakespeare in the Park. Shout out to Shakespeare in the Park. That's
off-Broadway.
It's one of my favorite things about summertime. But no, it's so... That's off-Broadway, girl. Don't knock it until you've been there. Oh, wait. So, for those, I was in a drag competition called So You Think You Can Drag. And it was I mean, it's not around anymore, so now. It's not plugging. It's just trophies. It's okay, because...
Trophies? You didn't win, girl.
I know I didn't win, but I will say this, and anyone who's watching who was in my season of So You Think You Can attest, of where first of all, I was 5th. I'd only been doing drag for 6 months. And out of all the girls that were in So You Think You Can Drag, I'm definitely one of the most booked.
I agree.
That is not a debatable statement. That is not a debatable statement. And it launched like, if you look at me from week 1 of So You Think You Can Drag to the last week, you'd think they're 2 different people.
Oh, I told Paige when I saw her in Boston, I was so disappointed when So You Think You Can Drag stopped, because I was really hoping to be in the next season.
I remember us talking about it. But I remember us talking about it. Yeah.
But yeah.
It was a really cool. It was a great platform. It went for 8 seasons.
Yeah.
7 regular and 1 All Stars 1.
And a lot of drag queens, RuPaul's drag queens were on it.
Bob the Drag Queen won the first one.
Alexis Michelle.
Dusty Ray Bottoms, who's now on season 10, and we're gonna get to that in a second.
That was my segue. See how I did that?
She'll be nominated for Best Host next year. Oh wait, she won't live here.
I'm not great at shade, but as a therapist, I know how to segue.
That just means she knows how to tear your heartstrings. She knows how to tear at your heartstrings and manipulate yourself into like giving her money.
This is why I'm single, is because
you hear that? She's single. Kel Surprise.
Whenever I meet someone, I can't help myself. I psychoanalyze them, and they pick up on it, and they're like, "Oh, you're reading into my insecurities, aren't you?" And then I go, "Tell me more." And then I find out how insecure they are. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm not gonna like raise you up. I'm not Josh Groban.
So like, there's actually conversation going on in our comments right now where people are commenting with each other about things we're saying and bouncing.
Focus on us.
No, I love you. Like, talk to each other. Oh, this is all about community. Pay attention to what we're saying and use what we're saying as a catalyst to talk to each other. So.
Who is it? We know?
Well, someone just called you a Jewish mother.
Kevin. At least I'm not a surprised Jewish mother, so there's progress.
And you know what? That is progress.
Happy Passover, everyone.
My friend Zachary, who looks just like Josh Groban if he were blonde and...
I love Zachary.
No, he's
great.
Zachary
Flew.
You actually do look like Josh Groban with like a better haircut and like maybe a slightly more Caucasian.
I could see that now.
Right?
I've never saw that before.
He gets so mad if people say that.
Now Zach is going to hate it, because every time I see him, he's going to let this in.
He is.
Is it too early to talk about Drag Race?
No, it's not.
Let's dive into it. There's a lot of
We have to dive into Drag
so
Race, because it was season 10, it was the premiere. Okay.
There are things to be said.
So many things to be said. First of all, 5 New York City girls. 5 New York City girls.
Are we surprised, though?
No, and this
honestly,
is the thing.
at the rate we're going, by season 15,
it'll be all.
It's
just gonna be all New York City. It'll be like RuPaul's Drag Race, New York City.
Right. It's gonna be its own like show. RuPaul's Drag Race, New York City.
Like, and that's the one that I'll be on. But no, it's so cool. It's like, honestly, all 5 of the queens I've either performed with or know.
Okay.
And so it's. I do, yeah. You were with me at Pieces when before that event. We were at an event at Pieces, and that was where like we had our first like. Yes, you were, girl. She was drunk.
I was drunk.
She was drunk.
Sucking a dick.
Definitely drunk. And she's amazing. So, like, all 5 of the girls I've had a significant interaction with. Mm-hmm. So it's so cool to see people that, like, I was just like, oh, I know you, bitch. You know, like, we're not best friends, but, you know, hey,
yeah,
she from my town.
Hey, girl.
Out of all of the 5 New York City girls on this season, who do you think will make it the farthest? Time for tea.
I've said, since I found out about the cast, that Monet Exchange is going to win the whole fucking thing. Mark my words, this live feed will not be deleted, so I'm calling it now.
It's not, it's here forever. And then it goes up on my YouTube.
Monet Exchange is going to win.
I think she's.
I mean, I will say, what's her name? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. The one who's friends with all the Rue girls. Who I love her. I can't remember her name. It's so embarrassing. You're gonna let me. I hate you.
I don't know her. I don't know her. But no,
whoever the hell she is. I think that she has a good chance. Because, you know, obviously we don't know other, well, not obviously, but we usually don't know other girls that aren't from New York City.
Oh, Mayhem Miller.
Mayhem Miller, thank you. So, Mayhem Miller has a good shot. I hate you. Mayhem Miller has a good shot.
But actually, I'm a huge fan of Mayhem Miller. I think, outside of the New York City girls, I think top 3. And if she wasn't, I'd be very surprised.
Who do you think is going to win?
Well, so it's really hard. First of all, it's hard not to be biased with the New York City girls.
Oh, totally. And I will say Dusty Ray Bottoms is like my favorite queen. Not of all time, but definitely like top 5 favorite queens of all time. She's the first queen I ever saw. And we're going to get sidetracked now. She was doing her performance. She was mid-song, and I kid you not, she came up to me, she goes, "I hate this fucking song," and went back to performing as if nothing happened. I gagged. She's like, "I hate this fucking number. It just gets you good tips." I loved it.
That's the thing. Balance of what you're good at and get the good tips.
And that was the moment. Swear to God, that was the moment I decided I want to do this. Simultaneously is when I got into Drag Race, but Dusty Ray Bottoms arguably was the reason I got into drag.
So we have some people.
I love her.
No, she's great. We have some people sounding off on their teams, and please sound off of what team you are, New York City or not, because we want to hear who you're rooting for. So we have Paul. Oh, handsome, smart Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Who is Team Miss Cracker and Yuha about it.
I love Miss Cracker. I just don't know if she can top.
Her twin.
You're getting me drunk. How strong is this?
Very. It's Puerto Rican.
That's why I'm forgetting this. I'm not used to this. I'm white.
Her twin.
No. Monet. I don't know if she can beat Monet.
Which is ironic because they've worked together.
I think they're going to be top 3.
They've worked together a lot.
I think they're going to be top 3 with Mayhem.
That is going to be, and that'll probably be story that'll just like how close they are, and then it'll be that like rivalry who's like, "I love you, but I want to win."
No,
you know?
I think they're going to be top 3 with Mayhem unless they do a top 4 like they did last season, which they might because of the way that they did the finale, which I think is a good sell.
Fair. Well, we have Zach, who's Team Cracker and Monet. So, shout out more Team New York. Madison Mansfield, my drag mommy, who was actually on last week's episode. Go check it in the archives. It was with me, her, and the Imperial Court Emperor.
How are my brows, mommy?
See, I told you I'd help her.
And how's your liver?
I think she would say, "How's your heel?" when it's stuck into that grass, but...
whatever you want to play.
So Madison Mansfield is Team Mayhem about it. I very much like her. I think...
She sent the shock emoji.
I know.
We're never letting you live that down.
Spencer Thomas says he's Team Bella.
She's not... Who's she?
I'm sorry. It's okay.
Hi,
Maybe
Brian.
Day,
do you know my friend Brian?
I don't think so. Have you met Brian?
Brian.
Ooh, the name sounds familiar.
Brian was... Shout out to Brian Esposito. I love him. He was viral for a minute when he did the Beauty and the Beast all-in-one, like a 5-minute video.
That's how I know him!
Yes.
Oh my god, hi Brian! That was brilliant. Like, literally brilliant.
That was at Stardust. And
I've watched that multiple times.
So, shout out to Brian.
Well done. I'm a Disney girl. Beauty and the Beast is my second favorite Disney movie of all time. You did that shit.
So, shout out to Brian. Brian was the one who not only showed me Drag Race for the first time, but took me to Dusty's show, which was my first drag show. So, he's the reason I got into drag in the first place.
Wow.
He created this train wreck.
I don't like you anymore.
No, but he's so talented. I was so happy when he went viral, because it's about damn time that people know his talent.
Aww.
But when you gonna book him on Broadway, bitch? Come on.
So, New York's most avid underage drag fan, Zoe Dunford, has joined. Because people
I don't think we've ever met in person, but we talk all the time online.
She's delightful.
Fabulous.
She's delightful.
Her and DK.
I have heard. I have never met someone so young that was so obsessed, not just with like just with drag.
So you haven't met Aquarius.
I'm gonna save those words for like the untucked version of Cocktails and Pop
crack myself up.
All I know is if Aquaria does this one more time, or no.
Oh my god, if they say the words versatile queen one more
I swear to God, her neck is gonna pop off halfway season if she does that neck thing one more time.
But Noche, do you consider yourself a versatile queen?
No, I'm a bottom.
Stupido. I was livid, and I thought if you saw the give us a shout out if you saw all of the intro videos with the queens, because every single one said, "I'm a versatile queen. I'm a versatile queen."
That is the word. That is the term of season 10. Versatile.
And I was like, okay, fine. They're saying that about themselves. They're not going to bring it on the show.
They're all sluts. They'll just
within like 10 minutes. Monet Exchange is introducing how her drag is, and someone said, "Oh, would you consider yourself versatile?" She goes, "Yeah, I guess." And what's her name? Oh my God, you really are getting me drunk. From season 9. That's
the whole point of Cocktails and Contours. I hope you're drinking with us because it is hump day. It is past 8 o'clock, and we're just having fun.
From season 9. I feel like RuPaul. I don't remember all these girls. Season 9. He's back on season 10. Eureka was like, "Oh, I love that." No! Stop!
I feel like
almost every queen is versatile. You're not gonna, especially those on Drag Race. You're not gonna be on Drag Race if you're not versatile. You have to be
I feel like this
queen.
Well, that's the
like
thing.
A singing queen.
Like you can't be on Drag Race without being.
So why would we talk about it? No.
It's one of the, and I think that you should be a well-rounded. I think the term is well-rounded, not versatile. The term is well-rounded.
You just want an adjective that fits you more closely.
Says the one who I taught her to cinch. Rounded. I bet you better be talking about my ass. But no, I think that damn right. I think being a well-rounded performer is good, but I feel like you should own what you're good at. Like I'm good at putting together a look, and I'm good at hosting. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to sew. I
can't learn how to say.
I don't I tried once, and then
never gonna let you live that.
And then Nightlife was like, maybe you should host more.
I'm glad someone told you because I.
Well, no, I got booked for a regular gig and couldn't continue in the singing thing that I was doing.
Not at Studio 54.
And again, I would say try everything and then know what you're good at.
But seriously, no, everyone needs to know what
they're good at. I do a mean rendition of Happy Birthday. I can sing Happy Birthday on the mic and be right. I do Marilyn Monroe on a mic doing Happy Birthday. That's probably the extent of my singing. And I think it's something that I would want to explore further and try and cultivate, but know your strengths and your weaknesses. And just what would you say would be your biggest weakness in drag? I know there's so much to choose from, but what would be your biggest weakness? I had to get that in. You fucking insulted my voice.
It's not hard.
Your face
honestly,
is
no,
hard.
probably designing. If you look through my pictures and no tea, no shade, I'll take the shade. This I will allow you to give me shit for.
Oh, wow.
Kevin.
She has a choice.
Fuck you.
Does she, though?
All my outfits are black, gold,
period.
or white.
Period.
They're very basic. I don't go into colors. Though I will say, I did buy a gown. Shout out to Night of 1,000 Gowns. I did buy a gown for that. In blue. I'm going into colors, and it's funny because
fun story. She sends me a couple she was her ideas for what she was doing for Night of 1,000 Gowns, and the one that wasn't black or gold, I was like, get that one.
And it's funny because
because clearly I hate color. I absolutely hate color.
It's funny because out of drag I'm so into color, more or less. But in drag, for some reason, I have a totally different... And I think it really speaks to the fact that we are a character. We are almost a different person. And I always thought that was funny when I watched Drag Race, and they're like, oh, Mayhem thinks this, but insert boy name thinks this. And I was like, why? You're the same fucking person. But now that I'm really diving more into drag, I'm like, no, Ramona and Will have totally different opinions. And even different interests, which is interesting. They really do form your character.
So one of the things, for everyone who's done drag or has been in some sort of performance art or something like that, or like, girl, even if you're like a call boy or like even like stuff like that, like you develop a artistic persona.
Right.
Celebrities, artists, no matter what, you develop a artistic persona, and that's what you allow to carry through. And I feel like drag queens just kind of wear theirs on their sleeve because they develop a character, and then this all comes off. I know, surprising, I know. But this all comes off, and you're different. Let's say, here's a question: how is boy Ramona starkly different than girl Ramona?
One's pretty no.
No,
if you
wrong.
If you can't shit on yourself, who the hell else can you shit on?
No one, unless they're into scat.
Fuck you. So I hate you. I mean, one of the big things, like I said, is boy Ramona is all into colors, and girl Ramona right now, she's working on it, is like strictly into very basic colors. But no, I honestly, I think that this isn't totally answering your question, but originally, Will was very extroverted and is very, I mean, that's how we met. I like ran up to you at a bar or added you on Facebook or something, and I creeped on you, and I was like, hey girl, let's be friends, and now you're stuck with me like herpes.
It's more like, no, it's more like that gonorrhea that you don't get treated. Because you don't realize it's gonorrhea until it's too late.
Still better than chlamydia.
So that just made me like.
So
if there are Long Island queens watching.
Oh, I think she's watching.
Look at all the things. Look at all the things.
She tuned in before.
All
I saw her
the
on there.
things.
That was for you, girl. I love you.
No, she's fun.
So
I love a girl that can catch me off guard. Wah!
It's not often that it happens, unless you're Paul.
It's not. Just whip out that dick. I was like, oh, Kel Supreme.
Shout out to Paul and his giant dick that I've heard a lot about.
Don't shut up about it.
She doesn't. No, but Will has always been very out there, and Ramona has been more closed off and has been a lot more shy, believe it or not. But I think as the confidence has grown, finally, she's able to get out there more, and we all
come into our one different, which is ironic that you say that, because boy Bella and girl Bella are different in the exact opposite way. When I go out, like, friends as a boy, I'm much more reserved. I kind of just talk with my friends and have my little circle and do stuff like that, and I don't, I'm just like, hey, I'm here, I'm not gonna do that. The worst thing, I can never tell when someone's flirting with me. Never. It's like a chronic weakness that I've had for years. I've had fights with many a boyfriend, and they're like, oh, he was flirting with you and you were being nice. I was like, he was flirting with me? What? No, he said hi and liked my shirt. Like, he said, I like your shirt. And I was like, oh, thanks. And went about my merry way. I have no idea when the only way I know someone's flirting with me is when I open up my messenger and I get a dick pic. Like that, oh.
From, like, India or Pakistan. Shout out to our chasers. How are you tonight?
Every once in a while they come from Somalia. It's fine. But no, so, me as a boy is much more...
Uzbekistan.
This is the time where the Caucasian needs to be quiet.
Listen, I'm a psychotherapist. I have to be PC all day. Drag is the opportunity for me to say, I'm thinking all day.
No,
and
it's interesting because, like, Boise has gone through a lot and has, stuff with, like, parents and religion and things like that. And when I discovered who Bella was, there was just this, like, side of me that, never was allowed to, like, be shown. And it came out, and here she is. But
for better, for worse.
For much better. And I can say that now because I've gone through that process. Because, like, would you still consider yourself a baby queen?
No. Yes.
Good, because I would. No. And it's not an insult. I don't think that baby queen is an insult at all.
No.
I think that baby queen is someone who just hasn't had the experience opportunity that queens were able to do at much Canada. As you said, you live at home and you live in Long Island, stuff like that. So I think that there hasn't been enough opportunity for, I think that you moving to Boston, ironically enough, is going to be an amazing opportunity for you to grow.
And I was going to say that, is it's very relative to the city, which is hard, because somewhere like New York, most queens are baby queens because there's so much competition. And it's so hard to get
New York City is literally
mixed in with
one of the most competitive cities for drag in the world.
Mixed in with, there's so many of them, and they're popping up like crazy that everyone's a fucking baby queen. Whereas opposed to other cities like Indianapolis, Indiana, isn't that where that new girl's from season 10? I don't care to remember her name. Blair Sinclair.
Oh, look, she remembered something.
I remember something. I'm you know, she's probably, you know, I don't know, but even if she was around for say a year, she's not even a baby queen anymore because there's not much drag. So it's hard to compare.
Yeah.
But for New York, yes, I would consider myself a baby queen or like a toddler queen.
So what has been your, I would say, what was your biggest lesson as a baby queen that like kind of transformed your drag? Because like every baby queen is everyone starts off as a baby queen, and then there's one moment where you kind of either feel yourself, or you get a really good piece of advice, or you show up one day and you're just looking exceptional, or you get like a little makeup tip and it like turns the corner for you. Because that's the thing, you may be a baby queen, but you definitely turned a corner.
Right.
And I'm so proud of you for that. So
yeah.
what do you think was your biggest thing to helping you turn that corner?
So one was not. I'll give you two, because one was to me, one wasn't. The first one was to me, I think it was, or sorry, the first one was not to me, and I think that was actually more beneficial. Was a reminder, it was to you actually. It was during So You Think You Can Drag from Suddenly Seymour. Shout out to Suddenly Seymour.
I love her. She's the reason why I got into drag, like inadvertently.
She told you, and it was a reminder to me being a theater kid, when you commit to any movement on stage, no matter how like small it may seem, commit to it 100%. Don't do it half-assed. Like, don't bend your elbow. Don't do this. Don't do that.
Out.
Like, if you're gonna do it, go out.
That looked
like,
a little like
look like
German.
This.
That looked a little
like,
German. But
like,
sorry.
be committed. If that's what you're thinking, makes sense. Commit to it.
100%.
Because the audience will read that.
100%.
The one that I got myself, and you're gonna shade me on, was from you, which was to cinch, and it was the most simple thing, and I was so against it for so long, cinching and padding.
The first time I met this girl, she literally put on foundation, a wig, and like a bodycon red dress.
Oh, I challenge you to scroll through my pictures. It was disgusting.
We finally agree on something.
Yeah. It looks like
and at least Anna Manodou has a body. Just saying. Oh yeah, she does, girl.
I love you, Andy, so much.
No, and this is the thing. It's discovering your own art, and it's very hard sometimes to critique other artists unless you're that girl, and especially when you first met or stuff like that. There's a lot of that goes into trying to help someone, and then it's just like, do I give them that critique because I know that I'm right, and then they're gonna ask me for more? Like when I told you that, I was like, this is gonna be a commitment.
Like, I'm not trying to be your drag mother.
Oh
It
God.
was probably going through your head. Like,
I had someone today asked me to be their drag mother on Facebook, and I was just like, I can give you a pointer.
She's got 3 jobs. She doesn't have time for that.
I don't have time.
And nobody got time for that.
And I'm way too young to have children.
And unfortunately,
my pussy's not getting stretched out for no one. Sorry,
unfortunately,
Paul.
most drag. Well, she won't want it if it's stretched out.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, most drag mothers like ditch their children. They put them on to continue the family. For example, I can't say this is fact for this example, but Alexis Mateo, like to have Vanjie Mateo, it has the Mateo name. So hypothetically, she could say, "Okay, you're my drag daughter for say a week," and then it's like, even if she ditches her, then the Mateo name lives on.
There have been a lot of drag abandoned babies and abortions.
A lot of girls only do that.
And speaking of Desiree Bottoms, there's a New York City queen that thought she was going to adopt the name Bottoms with, you know. who knew that it was copyrighted.
So I will say, that's why I respect girls like Britta Filter, whose daughter is Laguna Blue, not continuing the name. Bob the Drag Queen.
Unless you watch Monster High.
Whose daughter is Miss Cracker, not continuing the name. You know, like, there are girls who are not in it just for the name. And that's what's important, I think, when you're being a drag mom, because so many girls just say, oh, I'm just going to do it, and they agree to it. They don't fully either understand their responsibility, or they do and they don't give a shit, because they want to continue their name, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and, like, I came into drag for a year. I didn't have a drag mom, and I was adopted by Madison Mansfield, and that was after I discovered my thing, and she's, shout out to Madison, but she's definitely, like, helped me, given me an occasional tip, given me a shit ton of jewelry, which I will never say no to. But it's nice just to have that support, you know? Mm-hmm. Someone you can go to, be like, hey, this going, what do you think? Bounce an opinion off of. And say, you know, her favorite thing, because Madison's a blonde. And her favorite thing, she's like, I wish you were blonde more. I wish... Well, that's the thing. Anytime I ever wear blonde, she's like, oh my god, I love you as a blonde. Love you as the blonde. And, like, I like doing the blonde. Bella's not really a blonde.
No, Bella's the black sheep of the family. Sylvia Hart, shout out, definitely fits into the Mansfield family.
Minus talent.
A stupid slut. So I don't know why I'm not in it, but
okay.
No,
I
exactly.
know like 5 reasons why you're not in it.
But that's why Sylvia fits into the family. So I don't understand why you're in it.
They needed someone who knew what they were doing.
Sylvia's talentless. That's why she fits in the family.
No, I love Sylvia.
Love you, Madison. Love you, Sylvia.
No, Sylvia. Actually, so it's interesting because not
Kevin,
only
you need a drag.
Not only did I get an adopted mother, I kind of got like an adopted sister. Like, you didn't have a choice. You just have to have this. Like, I chose this one. Then there was one thrust upon me, and thrust in like the most unattractive sense of the word. But no, I love her now. We've worked together in New York City. I've gone in Connecticut and worked with her. So it's just cool. Drag builds communities. Yeah. So like, before Zalika Parsons, I don't know if she's still watching, but she might be watching. One of my very good friends in drag community, and we were just going back and forth doing shade. She's like, I'm living for all of this. It's nice to have a platform where you can just like come and like talk and just do whatever. So anyway, I told you guys that I was gonna have a special announcement about cocktails and contours.
Wait.
Oh, we're not done.
I was gonna say, I want to ask you a question before you finish.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, I figured this was...
Alright, fine. I guess you have to wait a little longer. Ask your question, because I'm the one that's interviewing here.
So, to give a preface, we watched...
Oh, she knows that word. Look at you.
I'm intermediate smart. I have a master's degree. I may not use it most of the time, but
I thought I half liked something about you.
We were watching the first episode of Season 10 and the finale of All Stars 3 before we went live. So, in the Aja Devil mood, I have a question for you. You can ask me. God. Who is... Oh, I love this tea. Who is your least favorite queen? Like, who do you dislike the most?
Like, ever?
I was going to say New York City. Yeah, let's say New York City. No, let's say New York City. Let's say New York City. Your least favorite New York City queen.
Oh, God.
I'm sure it's where we have the same girl. It's not hard.
I feel like, so, this is the thing. I don't dislike someone because of their talent or because of their makeup. I dislike someone because of who they are as a person.
What are you going for? Linda Angel? Like, come on.
No, I'm prefacing, as you so accurately used before.
Come on, Bendel Creme.
Girl, I'm the furthest from this congeniality.
Right, so spill the tea.
So I think the queen that I would probably dislike the most in the city, only because, I'm going to give 3 examples. First of all, her and I never do anything together. Number 2, she don't do anything either. Number 3, I don't get it. And number 4, she beat me in a pageant. I know, because I was like, I got the I don't get it, that was for Kevin.
Right.
She beat me in a pageant. And she's a bitch. Except Vanna Stoli.
Really?
I don't I don't get it.
That's the tea.
Maybe her and I just
I'm glad I asked that question. It's not the answer I thought.
Just needs to maybe like live for that. Would you like that? Like inviting someone that like I particularly like don't think I get along with.
I would.
I think that would be a great episode, right? Like invite someone that I don't think I get along with, and we could just like talk shit out live and like see that. Would you guys be into that?
Tough.
Well, no. So like before I really knew her, the first time I ever knew anything about her, we were competing in Miss West End. Which you also competed in that year.
Don't look it up.
Might as well not have, but it's fine. So her and I made top 2, and it was very close. And the previous Miss West End chose a song to do like a lip sync for your life, Ritzy Bits. Shout out to Ritzy, I love Ritzy. But I didn't know the song, and she did. And to be completely frank, that is why she won. And then after that, she walked to the West End with a crown and never stepped foot back in there again. And I don't...
Who has?
I knew I caught you on here for a reason. My shade lessons are paying off. I know Paul loved that one. And I just, there was, after that, that was really good. It's like composure. That was so good. Woo! Anyway, and it's not anything, it's not, like, sure, I'm mad that she beat me, but after that, I just, you know, I don't see her do anything in the scene. I don't really see her doing, and then, she talks so much shit. So much shit. There was one time she came for me. I was just like,
here's the thing.
Who are you?
I'm sorry to spoil them. I say for running over time. I'm a talker.
We'll run over time. This is my show. We go as long as fucking long.
Yes. Let's go for 3 hours.
No, we did that like the first 3 episodes, and that didn't work.
No, that's because you tried to paint someone else. So I was thinking about how Miss Cracker's on season 10. Whatever happened to Judy Darling? Like, no tea, no shade. For the few times I've seen Judy Darling perform, I love her. And from the little interactions we had, she's a sweetheart. This is seriously no tea, no shade. But where has she gone?
Someone was just on a Stoli fan because I got a lot of mad faces for that.
I'm getting a lot of hearts. But seriously, where's she gone? Like, she's a great queen. And I know she's performed at Heat, which is where you performed in Pennsylvania, where my family is from. Like, where'd she go? Anyway.
Okay, so now that I've done that,
I was waiting for that.
and you can't say me, because I know that's what the answer is.
No, it's not. I swear to God. You're probably going to make me say someone else, but Jezebella, obviously. That's why I thought we had the same girl. She's an easy target.
I don't think about her.
I mean, she fucking walked me on everything.
That's literally my Mariah Carey moment. Like,
I know, groundbreaking.
She
blocked me on everything because
I don't know
because I didn't sleep with her, and then
same thing, girl. She blocked me on everything because I didn't suck her dick. But
bye, girl. So if you want me to say someone else,
see, that's the thing. I was just like, literally, that was my Mariah comment. I was like, who? I don't know her.
Right.
But anyway, so now that we've spilled tea in the drag world, that Lord knows how it's gonna come back to us. But you know, you can't.
Come over to Boston. Bye,
you can't. Facebook is like worldwide. No, but seriously,
stopping a lot of big leagues.
One of the, despite all the damn right, despite all the tea and the shade, there's so much love in the community, which is why I'm so glad that you were here today and able to like do this with me. This is so much fun.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all sisters, and as much as we
even the people that you don't dislike, that you do dislike in this community,
you're still sisters.
They know your struggles just as well as you do.
Right.
And if there was the end of the world, if I was left at the end of the world with Jezebella, I would kiki with her, I wouldn't kai with her. Sorry. Humanity is done. I would hang out with her, but
it's the same as the LGBTQ community. At the end of the day, you're going to have a lot of bitches that you hate, a lot of bitches you slept with or dated, and they're crazy, or you're crazy, and you don't like each other. But at the end of the day, you have to fight for your same rights. So in the same way, as drag queens, we have to fight to have the greater society accept us and realize we're not, well, we are a little crazy, but we're not as crazy as people think we are. And yes, I'm a 6'3" woman out of fucking 6-inch stilettos, and I'm like, I look scary as hell. But I'm not
At
gonna.
least you suck.
I'm not trying to suck your dick. So chill the fuck out.
Like our friend Kevin said, he doesn't hate anyone. He just dislikes them intensely.
Exactly. I knew I liked Kevin for a reason.
Just one. Just one.
Just one reason.
But anyway, so I've been teasing this since my little Facebook thing. So I have a very exciting announcement to announce about the Cocktails and Contours brand. Why are you laughing?
I have an exciting announcement to announce. you don't even English.
One was a noun,
Don't you have an English degree?
and you know what? One was a noun and one was a verb.
Diversify.
One was a noun and one was a verb.
I'll give you that.
Sorry about it.
Whatever. Go on.
Anyway,
This is actually really great.
as far as Cocktails and Contours go, we are getting an upgrade.
Yes.
Starting April 11th, which is in 2 weeks from today. First of all, not only are we shooting at the Spoiled NYC studio in Midtown Manhattan, but my first episode doing this is going to be a reunion episode. So I have 4 fabulous queens who got really, really good responses, who I love working with, who are going to join me on April 11th at 7:30 p.m. for a grand reunion episode to kick off the new revamp of Cocktails and Contours. We are adding production value, we are adding sponsors, we are adding special surprise guests. I am so excited. I am so excited. And one day I'm going to come to Boston and we'll do a Cocktails and Contours from Boston.
I was going to say, if you want to make it 5 queens for the union, comment below and let us know.
She'll be gone. But no, I actually would love to come to Boston and do one with you. And then we'll do this and we'll go out and I'll take over Spoiled NYC's Instagram and we'll just document our night out in Boston. I think that would be fun.
Also, add us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram.
She thinks she's the host of this shit. Like, I was getting to that.
Hold on, but I have a reason.
No, this is good. I taught her well.
We are going to be hosting a dinner. Yes, at the end of April. I don't know the exact date and time, which is why I'm saying
at 7 p.m.
There you go. That's why
one of us has to be professional.
I was going to say that's why you follow us and ask them. Anyway. So, it'll be my first hosting gig. So, if you like this back and forth, we didn't get too shady tonight, but we definitely get more
girl,
shady.
I can get much more shady when the audience is only 50 and not 50,000. So, but no, so I'm so
and when I'm actually performing, I'm even better.
She's actually, like, I can say a lot of shade about her. She's a fantastic performer. And that's where her and I actually, look like sisters. I love you so much. But anyway, I'm so glad that you guys get out of my apartment. Get the fuck out of my apartment. No, thank you guys so much for watching, and the next Cocktails and Contours is going to be special. It's going to be different. It's no longer going to be shot in my apartment, even though I love my apartment. It's going to be in a studio. We're going to have lighting. We're going to have sound. We're going to have special guests. We're going to have sound effects. We're going to have all of this.
Yes. Special effects. Yes.
We'll just be like Trixie and Conti and like, But anyway, so this episode is so special because it's kind of closing chapter 1 of Cocktails and Contours and going into... There's no one else I'd rather have for that. Seriously, because you talked about so long and I adore you.
It's sad.
Stop talking.
That is like I gagged at fucking season 10 when Michelle was talking. Rue was like, silence!
And the best part about both of those is that they listened. The best part about them is they listened. Anyway, guys, so April 11th, please save the date. We're going live from Spoiled NYC Studios with 4 queens for our second reunion episode. And I'm so excited. Huge shout out to Spoiled NYC for making this still possible.
Thank
you,
I'm
so excited to keep going. Thank you to my very special guest, Ramona Mirage. I had so much fun with you, girl. I'm so glad that we got to do this.
Me too.
I'm going to miss you when you're in Boston, but I'm definitely going to hit you up for that, like, couch spot.
I miss you so much.
She's a fucking liar. Come on, Valentina.
I don't show my own types. I pay for them.
Sure. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a super fun episode. We're going to continue to get probably fucked up and order some food. You're not going to make that grinder date if it kills me. It's been so cool bringing you chapter 1 of Cocktails and Contours seriously. Just, this came from an idea of humble beginnings, of something that I thought would be really cool to put on video and for people to see, especially the New York City community. And now we are upgrading it to something that I still can't even fathom. I'm so excited because we've been planning for a number of weeks, and April 11th is going to be fucking cool. So I hope you join us. I hope you've had fun tonight. One more time for Ramona Mirage, my guest tonight. Where can we find you on the Instagrams and social media?
Ramona Mirage on Facebook, at Ramona Mirage on Instagram. And that's about it. I'm still, like we talked about before, I'm still relatively new, so I'm not on
so give her the support.
Craigslist like you. I'm not on Venmo.
She's a
I'm not on PayPal.
She's a professional.
I'm not on Twitter. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, daddy.
We're definitely not fucking after this at all.
But anyway, where to begin with?
Never.
I can't take her dick, and she refuses to take mine. So where are we at? Where's the lie?
Anyway, once again, my name is Bella Noche. You can find me on Facebook at Bella Noche NYC and Instagram at Bella Noche NYC, Venmo, Cash App, occasionally Craigslist when I get that hall pass from my boyfriend. But however, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I've had a fucking blast.
Me
I can't
too.
wait to continue
I'm
this
Ramona
kiki.
Mirage. Come see us at this fucking hot mess of a dinner at the end of April. We love you all.
I'm promoing that at the next, before that comes, I'm going to
100%.
promo the shit out of it, because all you long you better be there, because this will be fun. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I don't care if you're from fucking Australia. Who's our girl? Come
Special trip.
Fly out to New York.
Special trip.
I'll host you.
Right? You can sleep on her futon.
Yes. You can sleep in my bed.
Don't gamble.
I'm fluid.
No, she's not. She's a bottom.
I have a bottom lined up for tonight. You're not letting me take them.
Because it would be...
All right, let's get on.
It would be
now we're getting stupid.
It would
let's
be
get off
to
this
him.
shit.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back on April 11th in a very different setting with a very different thing. She'll be there in like the background serving the cocktails. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah. Good night, New York City. I'll see you on April 11th.